What's going on, man? It's Steady B with Steady Building Mindsets, man. Listen, like, comment, and subscribe, man, and hit that notification bell, man. So when I drop our latest and greatest, man, we can commune, man. I definitely want to give a shout out to my tribe, my soul tribe, man. Listen, the collective, listen, man. We one and all, we one and the same. I just want to give a big shout out, man, to my subscribers, my viewers, my supporters of my shorts. Listen, man, I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for all the support. Listen, man, I would love for you guys to drop down in the comments, man, and tell me what you think about this video, man. This is kind of going to be a little bit of a barn burner, you know what I mean? But it's a needed conversation, especially in spirituality, man, which y'all know is my thing. I was talking to a friend, a good friend of mine, and we were having this conversation about, like, you know, what's going on in relationships right now, what's going on. And I got notes for this one. I usually free flow, but this was definitely one where I needed to put, you know, pen to paper, man. So we're gonna hit some topics, man. But like I said, I was talking to a friend, and you know, we were talking about, you know, modern dating and, you know, relationships and who's gonna pay for the check and 50-50, and, you know, most importantly, we came to the topic of gender roles. And after the conversation, man, I just got a download, an intuitive message from the Most High, and it was in specific, this is to my fellas, but ladies, definitely thank you for being here, because I think it's gonna help both of the collective, of the tribe. And the topic of this video is, you don't have to control her. You don't have to control her. All right, cool. So, and the reason I say this is because of this. All right. One thing that, as a spiritual man, or divine masculine, as I would call myself, is that, in my opinion, there's a disturbing need to have to control a woman. You know, it's just unnecessary. I found that in my time under the sun, it's better that we control ourselves. Self-control is the best control. Like, what do I look like trying to control another person, to tell them what to do, how to do, where to be, what time to be there, when to be back? Self-control is the best control. You know what I mean? But we're going to break into some topics of why I think that, you know, it's better that she control herself and not to control her at all. You know what I'm saying? And this is the spiritual take on that. All right. None of that stuff that's out there. You know, if you a red pillar and you hate women and all of that, you in the wrong space. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and log off. If it's for my ladies and you hate men and men are trash and all of this, go somewhere else with that. We don't do that over here. Over here, you know what I'm saying, we walk in divine love. We walk in purpose. So I'm going to give something that's going to be equally beneficial to both sides. All right, cool. Check. So, number one, and this is for my fellas, a man should be walking in the highest version of himself spiritually first. That means he's done his shadow work. You know what I mean? That means he's had his dark night of the soul. And what is that? That's when a man or woman goes through a process of looking into the things about themselves that they know that they need to change, right? To become a better version of themselves. You got to look at that evil, right? You got to exercise those demons. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them demons that you carry around your cousins and say, hey, this is just who and how I am. You know, because we so often do that. Well, man, this is just how I am, bro. Like, this is just how I get down. No, that's what the darkness in you wants to believe. It doesn't want you to challenge it. You know, that's why it's so hard for people to change, because they don't want to have to get in that mirror, right? All right. So also with a man, and follow me because I'm going somewhere with this. You got to have a spiritual awakening after that point. You got to awaken to the fact that you need God. You need the Most High. And, you know, I don't really deal in religion. You know what I'm saying? I've kind of ascended past the need for a specific religion to tell me how I need to, you know, worship the Most High. And then after this point of having a spiritual awakening, a man needs to be walking in his purpose, in his ascended purpose, right? Because your purpose could have been in the trap house, you know what I'm saying? But your ascended purpose is going to be highly based on raising the vibration of the planet, right? Bringing positivity before you leave this place, you know what I mean? While you in this earth suit, right? All right, that's the first thing, right? And you need to be in this place before even looking for a woman, right? Notice I didn't talk about money. Notice I didn't talk about your body being on fleek, right? Granted, you need to be exercising spiritual hygiene. Most importantly, those things are going to cause you to want to love yourself and create self-love for yourself as a man, and want to eat better and want to drink water, right? And not just be laying down with any type of female. Like, you need to be walking in divine masculine energy, right? Divine masculine energy. All of those things that I just talked about are what are going to allow you and align you to become a divine masculine, right? So that means every female can't go, right? By default, every female not going to be able to go, right? Right. So we're going to move on. For my ladies, right? And this is what a divine masculine kind of man would be looking for, right? So the first thing he's going to be looking for is alignment. Ain't that right, fellas? Yeah. He going to be looking for alignment, right? Alignment over where the fat landed, right? He going to be looking for alignment over where the fat landed on you, right? So he's going to be over the fact. And a lot of times, ladies, y'all run into these kind of masculines all the time and you don't even know it, because for one, he's not overly impressed with where the fat landed on your body, what you look like. He's worried about the inner woman. You know, have you become a woman? Are you still in girl energy, or have you ascended into your divine feminine energy? So these are the things these type of men are going to be looking for. You know, he's going to want to see that you have self-love. He's going to want to see that, he's going to want you to pretty much mirror his energy, right? That you've had a dark night of the soul, that you've had your own spiritual awakening, that you exercise spiritual hygiene, right? That means whether you pray 3 times a day, 2 times a day, whether you read the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, you know, the Kabbalah, any spiritual book, you know, as I believe, most spiritual books are about the ascension of self, right? Getting you to the best and highest version of yourself. That's what all spiritual books are here to do. So it really doesn't matter which one you subscribe to. It's more so a matter of your daily hygiene, right? And going back to my fellas, like, this is what's going to facilitate constant growth in this woman, right? So here's the point. If you really have all of this in a woman, and you found this in a woman, what's the need to control her? She's going to control and self-regulate herself, right? You ain't got to worry about who she's sleeping with or what random dude she messing with, because she knows that her own body is a temple. She's in her divine feminine energy. She already understands, and overstands that laying down with a bunch of men destroys her. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, listen, we're going to cut it short right there. I think I went far enough. Fellas, you don't have to control her. Why? Because she gonna control herself. Listen, man, this is Steady B with Steady Building Mindsets. Listen, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, man, so when I drop another one, man, we can commune and we can do this over and over again, man. Listen, I love y'all like y'all love me, man. Listen, peace.